If we don't tithe, it's, honestly, I've been there. I've been there. I've been like, I don't want to tithe. I don't have the money to tithe. I need that money. If we don't, like, look at this. The God who created the world, the God who sent Jesus to die on the cross for us, the God who sustains us, says, you can keep this. I require this. If we think, yeah, no, actually, I need all of this too, that's just greed. Let's just call it what it is. That's a lordship problem. That's greed. We should be like, God, you can have this. Actually, you can have all of this because you created everything. You tell me what you want me to have. That's how that should work. If we can't part with our little 10%, that's representative of a much bigger problem. I was talking to somebody recently, and he goes to church here, and he was telling me, when I first started going to church here, he said, I used to make $30,000 a year. Gasp, so much money when you're like 12. It's not that much, don't worry about it. Okay, but he's like, I used to make $30,000. He said, and I tithed, and I'd give $3,000, and I loved it, and it was easy. It was kind of hard, but I gave it to the Lord. He said, now I make, and then he paused. He's like, I can't tell you what I make, but it's way more than 30,000. It's like 5 to 10 times that now. He's like, it's harder for me to give and to tithe now than it was then, because now my whole tithe check is as much as my old paycheck used to be, right? My tithe check used to be $3,000 on $30,000. Now his tithe check is like $15,000 on $150,000. But I thought, isn't it crazy? He used to live on $30,000, $27,000, and that was okay. He was happy. But now he has $127,000, and he's like, actually, I need that 15 back. Like, he's got 4 times as much money, and he's saying it's harder for me to tithe now than it was then. He's a great dude. He's still tithing, but my point is greed, it's so easy for us to allow greed to set in. And so we have to watch about this, okay? I know there's people in this room, and it's like, you haven't seen $1 in like since last Christmas. You know, you open up your wallet, and like the spider inside opens up its wallet, and a smaller spider inside opens up its wallet, and dust comes out. And you're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, I don't have any money, Pastor, but I agree with you. You've got something. Like, you've got something. And it's not about us getting more of your money. It's about you keeping God first in your life. The tithe is a test. Every time you get money, every single time, whether it's Christmas, birthday, you lose a tooth. I don't know if you still lose teeths. When you lose a tooth, you get Christmas money. Your grandma, you see she sent you a card, you rip the card open, tear the card in half, $1 finds it, you take it, and it's like spent immediately. Whatever. Every time you get money, it's a test, and the test is, who do you worship? Who do you worship? Who do you serve first? And if the answer is God, then you return the tithe to him first. Can you see this? Every time money comes in, it's a test. Who are you going to serve? Who are you going to worship? Are you going to worship yourself? Do you bow down at the altar of Pinterest and Instagram and TikTok, and it's like, oh, algorithm gods, what should I buy with the money? Stanley Cup, you said? New Vans? I don't know what you guys are doing. Air Force Ones? I don't know. When you get money, where does it go first? That's who you serve. So the tithe is a test. Who am I going to serve?